This is KVUE News Night Beat.
We are getting right to a developing story. Reports of smoke turning into heavy flames. Now tonight, dozens of families have been forced from their homes.
It happened at the Westwood apartments right off 183. The Night Beat's Tina Shively is live there tonight. And Tina, where do things stand?
Well, Quita, we just finished a media briefing with the Austin Fire Department. They tell me no word on exactly how this fire started. I want you to take a look behind me to see all the firefighters are still here at the scene. It was once a 2-alarm fire here at the Westwood apartments. It started about 7:40 this evening on the 3rd floor and then spread into the attic. We're told 16 apartments have fire damage. AFD tells me that the main body of the fire is knocked down. They're now waiting for it to be safe to go inside. And due to structure damage from that fire itself and water weight, once it drains, they will head in. We talked to some residents about what was going on.
It started on the other side of the building, and then all of a sudden it just started spreading. Then all of a sudden it was coming out the top from the other side, and that was it. Then
there are no reports of any injuries out here tonight. We're told 50 firefighters were involved here. 43 people have been displaced from this apartment complex. We're told some pets tonight are still unaccounted for. The apartment complex is putting up people in the hotel for the night, but again, no injuries in this once 2-alarm fire. Live in Northwest Austin, Tina Shively, KVUE News Night Beat.
Now to a big story we've been following closely. A day has passed, but still, imagine the heartbreak tonight in New Braunfels. 13 people all of a sudden dead after a church bus and a truck crash. Investigators are still working to figure out how it all went down.
Tonight, we do know drivers tried to warn officials about the pickup truck that slammed into the bus carrying churchgoers yesterday. Law enforcement saying people called to report the driver of the pickup was swerving on US 83 near Garner State Park.
As the investigation continues, the community of New Braunfels is struggling to cope with this loss. Only one person on that bus survived, and that person is still in the hospital.
Family and friends remembering 13 members of the New Braunfels First Baptist Church congregation. They were heading home from a church retreat when they were hit. Tonight,
other pastors in New Braunfels are coming together to help families start healing. The Night Beat's Jason Puckett is live.
Quita and Mike, it has been a difficult couple of days for churchgoers and community members here in New Braunfels. The First Baptist Church here lost 13 of their church elders in one tragic crash. And in an effort to give them space, we didn't speak with any church members here today. Instead, we reached out to the faith community at large here in New Braunfels, who tell us they are standing united in their support. Flags at half-staff outside New Braunfels City Hall tell a deeper story. That even though the city's grown large, it still grieves together.
In a town like this, the line between us and them is pretty thin anyway.
We know that we're better together than we are apart.
We feel the loss and we feel the sadness for them.
3 pastors from 3 different churches. Their congregations didn't lose 13 members this week, but their community did.
There's no us and them. We're in this together.
Thursday, the pastors and members of First Baptist New Braunfels focusing on each other.
Our priority as a church in these days is to care for our families who've lost a loved one in this accident.
And remembering the 13 senior church members they lost.
It seems like times like this, there are no answers that satisfy. You know, you hope that at the end, this all points to something bigger.
Despite the pain and the suffering and the hurt and the loss, that God's not done with them yet.
They must know that there are so many people that they may not know by names or faces that are holding them in our hearts and in our prayers.
As Pastor McLean shepherds his flock,
we don't rest in what we do not know. We just rest in who God is.
The rest of the community is telling them all,
you're not alone, and so let us stand with you and help you and just be whatever we need to be.
2 more people we want to mention tonight as well. 64-year-old Rosemary Harris. She was the only surviving passenger from that bus. Also, 20-year-old Jack Young. He was the driver of the truck involved in this crash. Both of those individuals still in the hospital tonight, fighting for their lives as the investigation into what caused this crash continues. For now, here live in New Braunfels, I'm Jason Puckett, KVUE News Night Beat.
We will continue to follow this story as it develops. You can always get the very latest at KVUE.com and tune into KVUE News Daybreak. That starts at 4:30 tomorrow morning. It is the third time this week first responders have been called out to help patients having a bad reaction to K2. Since this morning, Austin Travis County EMS has responded to 26 K2 related cases. That synthetic drug made up of a combination of hazardous chemicals. They helped treat 50 patients. 23 of them had to be taken to the hospital. There are also multiple K2 calls Sunday and Tuesday.
Another busy day at the state capitol. Senators approved a different version of the bill that establishes education savings accounts. The bill's author now estimates around 30,000 students will get ESAs. It puts a percentage of the money the state pays to educate a child into an account that can be used to pay for private school tuition. Now, only low-income students or students with special needs can get an ESA, and a school district has to have 285,000 people or more attending in order to qualify. This cut the cost of the program from $300 million to $9 million. That bill now heads to the House.
Opponents of the state's bathroom bill say what happened in North Carolina today should send a clear message to Texas lawmakers. In a sweeping reversal, North Carolina legislators voted to overturn House Bill 2. It required transgender people to use restrooms based on the sex on their birth certificate. Today's vote comes ahead of a looming deadline from the NCAA, which gave North Carolina an ultimatum: amend the law or the state will not host a major collegiate sports event again. Texas senators have approved Senate Bill 6, a measure similar to the one North Carolina just killed. The Texas House, though, says it is not a priority.
An Austin Community College employee is placed on administrative leave following allegations that they inappropriately touched at least one student. The Night Beat's Aaron Jones is live at the Rio Grande campus with those details. Aaron?
Quita, this is the campus where the inappropriate touching was reported today. Students say they learned about the incident through an alert sent to their campus email.
Una Daniela is one of thousands of ACC students who received an email alert Wednesday stating that a student had reported an ACC employee touched them inappropriately.
I was in the class when that happened. I was first very confused and I felt endangered.
The notice said other people had reported similar activity from the same person. School administrators did not identify who the employee is or their role with the school, instead telling students the person has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation.
At first I thought that it was crazy to think that there's some faculty member here that is capable of doing that.
As a parent, Joseph Soriano says the news is alarming.
I have a young daughter who, if she was of age, like, coming here, I would be terrified, like, for her safety.
But he believes school officials acted appropriately with the alert.
They were on top of it, trying to make sure that this won't happen again, because it's a very serious issue.
And tonight, a spokesperson for ACC says this is the first time in recent years that an employee has been accused of fondling a student. They ask anyone else who may have been touched to report it to campus police, and we've listed that number on our website. Reporting live downtown, Aaron Jones, KVUE News Night Beat.
Well, the weather today, perfect. 80s and sunny this afternoon. It's been a great evening. Low humidity, a light breeze, and temperatures are falling into the 60s over a good chunk of the area tonight. 67 degrees in Austin, already as cool as 57 degrees in Llano. One more warm, sunny day with high pressure in place, but notice this big L, area of low pressure over the west coast. That will be increasing rain chances starting Saturday, and those chances of rain only go higher as we head towards Sunday. A few of the thunderstorms we could see pop up Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening could be on the strong side, and some of the rain on Sunday could be heavy. Lots to get to. We'll take you hour by hour. Full forecast is coming up.
Thanks, Albert. New tonight, Austin Pets Alive appealing to the community to help them treat 4 burned kittens, one of them fighting for its life after the animals were caught in a controlled brush fire. Now, this video may be disturbing for some. APA workers sent us this video of Lightning, the kitten that's severely burned. She's currently being treated with antibiotics, pain medications, topical cream, and eye drops. Treatment costs could run as high as $1,000, but that amount is expected to go even higher. There's a chance all 4 kittens could develop smoke inhalation pneumonia. If you'd like to help, we've set up a link to APA on our website, kvue.com.